man, I can't believe my clients just did that. Ever said that before? Ever felt betrayed? Really frustrated with agents and friends that you thought were your friends, and you're trying to help them in their business, and they feel like they screwed you over? Yeah, it happens. My name's Kathy Burns, and I'm a realtor here in the Lake Norman area of North Carolina. And I want to touch base on that. So I had an agent contact me a week or so ago. She'd been watching some of my YouTubes, and she goes, I need to talk. And she was telling me how friends of hers, that she called her friends, she'd helped them, she'd worked with them, she helped them with their credit, she helped them figure things out with a house, and they went behind her back after months and months and months of her investing all her time and her energy. And what did they do? They went with another agent to list their house and then buy another one. So all that effort put into it is gone. And she felt very betrayed. And then she was telling me about how she did a commercial deal, because she does both residential and commercial. She's been in the industry a while. And what I was hearing really in her is burnout, because she was telling me about how she worked this commercial deal for 2 years, because commercial takes longer. As much as I think it's great for the non-emotional part, except for the agent, it doesn't always go through either. It's the same thing. And so if it doesn't always go through, which it didn't, her clients actually went to another agent, signed up with them. I thought there might be some way to talk to the commission or something about that, but I don't know her state. She was calling from a different state. And then I really started to think about it. So many agents get burnt out. I've been burnt out multiple times. And there's a lesson in the burnout for all of us. And that's what I really want to talk about. What's the lesson? Well, first of all, I think it's critical that we have our boundaries. We sell ourselves to our clients, what we're willing and not willing to accept. And that does take a while. In the very beginning, when we had those working with agency where you had to fill it out and explain what type of agent you were and have them sign the form. I don't know if they do that in your state, but they do in North Carolina. And I was afraid to fill out that form with the client. I was sure they were going to walk away. Like, no way are they going to do business with me once they hear all these terms. And it was ridiculous. It was my own disbelief, not theirs, my own. And that's the point. How do you portray it so that you are coming from a point of confidence and belief that what you've got is good and worth it, and where you'll set your own boundaries up, where you're not going to work with people that are not going to appreciate you. And part of that is how you preface it in the beginning, whether it's a buyer or a seller. And believe me, I've been walked over by both. And that's really how I've learned. When I go on a listing appointment now, I have very clear scenario of what I'm willing to accept and not accept. And part of my language is even, we're both interviewing each other. You've got to decide if you want to work with me, and I've got to decide if I want to work with you, because my time is valuable as well. And my skill is good. And what I have to offer is worth it. And you have to decide, do you believe it? And I have to decide, are you going to be a team player? Because if you're not a team player, client, I don't know that I want to do business with you, because you're not going to listen to me. You're not going to value my worth. And that's what was happening to her. They weren't valuing her worth. And then another thing happened, and I talked to her about this afterwards. I said, I feel that negative energy. You haven't forgiven that realtor. You haven't forgiven that friend of yours, that so-called friend. And she's like, why would I do that? And I said, do you think it's bothering them at all as you go forward in life? No. Who's it bothering? You. I'm going to teach you a little tip that I learned from a sucker punch many, many years ago, pre-real estate, when I was involved on a path of personal development after a huge sucker punch. And I learned how to forgive and forget in a sense of a way that I wasn't going to be angry anymore. And I'm going to tell you that little tip right now. So maybe that can help you with some of your burnout. You write a forgiveness letter. And in that letter, you can swear, you can call them every name in the book, and you are writing out all the poison, because that's what it's doing to you. All the poison that you feel in your gut, in every cell of your being for what that person did to you, And then you're done. You take that piece of paper and you burn it and you watch it burn. Now, that particular person that I was writing my forgiveness letter to, I had to do it a few times because I didn't quite feel it the first time. But it is very powerful. And it is a blessing and a half when you decide that this is something that you can do because you want to move on. Who do you want to move on for? You. Will you be stronger? Will you learn lessons from this? Yes. I said to her, set your boundaries. Do not work with people. She asked me, well, should I still be friends with them? So that's up to you. I said, but what you don't have to do is serve them in any way in a real estate capacity because they don't value you. And part of that is because maybe you didn't set up the value. You worked hard for them. I'm not saying you didn't do that because we do. We work really hard and we're not appreciated. And sometimes we become the doormat because we're so eager for that check or we're so eager to please them. It will do anything. That is not the solution. Be the professional. Stand up tall. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you have to offer because you do. You have skills. You have talents. Even if you're brand new, the team has them. Somebody around you can support you. If you're not with EXP, you should consider it because the collaboration at EXP to give you that belief is powerful. And I encourage you, that's what you need to do. Set your boundaries. Believe in yourself. Become knowledgeable. If you're not, then find somebody who's going to level you up. This is your business, and this is up to you. So if you don't want to get stepped on anymore, then that's hard because I do believe that there are people that are out there that'll still step on you. But the stronger you become, not as a badass and not as a hard ass, I'm talking about confident, belief in yourself, where you know what you know and you'll accept what you'll accept because you're going to believe in yourself. And you know what? Clients will flock to you. Business will flock to you. Because I had a very heart-to-heart with her, and I said, girl, we were on a Zoom call. I said, I feel that negative energy. You are not going to attract good business to you. You might attract the same kind of people to you because you're believing that people do that. You got to get past that. And that is the power of forgiveness. So, you're going to do it? Think of all those people that you're really ticked off at. You can do this. Encourage you to do it. Encourage you to level up. Encourage you to believe in yourself and see what you can do where you're going to take your business to another level because your energy is at another level. Your belief is at another level. You can do this. So, if you like stuff like this, follow me for more because I got all kinds of tips. And flip through some of the other videos that I've done. Some good stuff in there. And I got more coming. So, Kathy Burns, subscribe below if you'd like it. And pay attention to this one. Go write your forgiveness letters, people. It's powerful. I encourage you to do it.